In this video, we're going to take a look at a phishing email that pretends to be from a bank, specifically CQ, it's a credit union, CQMD. And you can see on the screen here that it's actually a pretty convincing email. So it comes from or pretends to come from online at cqmd.org. It is addressed not to you or me, although it does say you, but it's also addressed to online at cqmd.org. That's your first flag, by the way, that something is not right. So let's take a look. I have my throwaway machine here, and we're going to take a look at where this link takes us. So the email says, hey, we see some changes in your account. If you didn't make them, go ahead and click here and verify the ownership, right? Well, that's important, right? So especially if you have an account at CQ bank or CQ credit union in this case. So we're going to go ahead and click that and take a look at what that looks like. And Firefox has warned me that this is in fact a deceptive site. That's really good, but we're going to pretend that we didn't see that, and hey, we know better than that. So we're going to ignore the risk. And here's what it looks like. So it's pretty convincing, all right? So it looks like CQMD, nothing wrong with that. In fact, I have the real website up here. This is the CQMD website at the actual bank. And let's go back and forth here. Here's the fake one, and here's the real one. Fake one, real one, all right? So that's pretty cool. Now, what's the deal, right? How can they make a site look so convincing, right? This is one of the things that attackers do, is they try to be as convincing as possible. And this is one of the things they do. And you're thinking maybe, hey, they spend hours and hours of time creating this duplicate website to make it look exactly the same. It's actually not the case. I'm going to click out of here, and I'm going to go to Capital One. This is the actual Capital One login page. All right, so it's verified.capitalone.com. This is the actual page. I can attest to that. So I want to make a fake site. So how do you do that? It must be hard and it must take hours, right? Well, I'm actually going to show you how to do that. So I use hotkeys. So I'm going to hit Control S, which is what you do when you want to save something. So I'm gonna hit Control S and save that guy. And as you can see, I sneakily put in a file ahead of time called fake website files. So we're gonna save that signin.html right there, and it's as a web page. Okay, big deal. We're gonna go into the file system here on my throwaway computer, and I've got my fake website files right here. Okay, what I'm going to do is this signin.html, that's the ticket. Watch this. Boom. I just created a fake website. Now, there's another step you'd have to take if you want it to be an attacker. You'd need to host that somewhere, right? But it doesn't take a lot of effort to create a fake website. So here's the real website, the fake one. Real one, fake one. You cannot tell the difference unless you look at the URL. You can tell this one is coming from my file system right here. So that is pretty crazy. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually pull open our Zap tool. Make sure I got the right one here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go back to my email, and I'm going to copy this should be your second flag, by the way. Take a look at the URL. It says photos.camaravalencia.com, etc., etc. So we're going to copy that link, copy link location. I'm going to paste that guy into my Zap browser. I'm going to get my Zap going over here. That's good. All right. And I'm going to go ahead. Oops, there we go. I hit enter. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully this works. Look on the right side, you can see the traffic going back and forth. So there's the first transaction here, and you can see that we've made it to the fake website. The first thing that they do is they redirect you to another site, and you can see it's taller dot whatever the heck that says .com, right? Chun Cho Vray, right? I don't know what that means, but you can say you can see that they redirect you. Got a bunch of other traffic going on. That's normal for normal websites. So okay, let's say we've made it this far and we've been fooled. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, folks, this is a throwaway machine. Do not do this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this information out, right? So I'm going to put in a username. That's my username, test user 123. And let's just put an X after it. I don't know, because it seems like cool. I'm going to do a password. And the password is, this is my banking password. Okay, just so you know. And I'm going to hit login. Let's see what happens on the traffic here. Okay, you can see the first transaction. And we have just sent this fake website our username and our password. Let me zoom in on that for you. There it is. Test user 123X, and password equals, this is my banking password. So now they have the keys to your banking kingdom, but they want more, okay? And so the idea behind this email is that, hey, we're from the bank and we need you to verify your account. So what they're saying is, we need your email address, okay, which is right here. And not only that, we need your email password. Okay, well, at this point, if you haven't seen any red flags, you should see some serious red flags. Your bank will never ask you for your email password. If they do, something is wrong. Okay, so we're gonna do that here on my throwaway machine. Folks, don't try this at home. And let's see, I'm gonna put, this is my email password. Okay, take a look at the URL. Taller, that's the same one that was before. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, I gotta put I have to make this an email address, remember, at testmail or at test.com. Okay. All right, and then hit continue. And it pulled up this cool processing, please hold thing. So we're gonna look over here, scroll down just a little bit, and we can see, what did we just give them? We gave them our email and our email password. So now they know my email password, right? And so why is this important? Because they can use it to send out more phishing emails. That is pretty sneaky. Okay, all right, what else do we got going here? Oh, they want me to re-verify. All right, so just in case I fat fingered my email password. Okay, good. All right, now they are doubling down on us right now. Take a look at this. So not only, and on the right here, you can see that you've just resent your password. So now they know they have the correct one, that you didn't fat finger it. Okay, so they're doubling down here, and they're asking for even more identity verification. They want your credit card information. If this doesn't throw a red flag up for you, then we have a problem. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, that's my name. My card number is a very complicated card number. Okay, I'm just giving them 16 digits. They don't care, right? They really don't. Expiration date's going to be, I don't know, like, make it right now. CVE is going to be 021 and PIN is 0022. Okay. All right. So we've had a little bit of traffic here and there from the Firefox browser. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. We'll see what happens. All right, it's loading. It's the same website. Let's go take a look at what we have here. We can see that now, not only do they have our banking credentials and our email credentials, now they have our credit card information. So there's the actual F name on card. There's our card number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. The expiration date, the CVV code, and the ATM PIN. We have just sent them all kinds of information. And in return, what they did is they sent us back to the actual legitimate banking site, because at this point, they do not care. They have gotten the information that they want to get. They send you back to the legitimate site, and what you do is assume that, oh, something must have gone wrong. I'll go ahead and sign in again, and you'll sign in on the legitimate website. Everything will be fine, and you'll go about your day, except that you've just given them your banking credentials, your email login with password, and your credit card number. So that's how this one goes down. I thought it was pretty sneaky. Let's go take a look at that email, because I think we have some lessons learned, some of which I've hinted at through this video. All right, so the first one is the address, right? The to address. Now this, like I said, this is a pretty convincing email. Like, I'm kind of impressed. But the to address suggests that something weird is going on. It's not addressed to me. It's not addressed to a name, the customer name. It's addressed to themselves, which doesn't make any sense. Normally, my bank doesn't do that. If you take a look at the link, if you hover over the link, if you're able to do that, then take a look at where that link is going to take you. Is that your actual banking email address? Now, there's one way around this. Instead of having to analyze this link and understand whether it's the real thing or not, don't even trust this email, right? Know where to go for your banking website. Take the email and say, ah, that's interesting. Let's go to the actual banking website, which is not that, by the way. Let's go to that banking website, which is right here. This is the one that you have bookmarked. This is the one that you have in your password manager that you already know and you already trust. So maybe that email is legitimate. Maybe it's not. Doesn't matter, because when you log in, you're going to use your bookmark, and don't trust the link that's in that email. All right. Now, even more important than that is, for your banking account, use multi-factor authentication. In fact, not just for your banking accounts, use it everywhere and anywhere and everywhere that you possibly can, on your banking, on your email, on your retirement accounts, your investment accounts, anything where they allow you to do multi-factor authentication, do it, okay? That's really important. That way, if you do accidentally give them your password, they won't have the entire credential, right? They still have to have that multi-factor, the second factor. All right, so what do you do if you actually do fall prey to something like this and you do give away your actual banking credentials like we've done here, or you've given away your credit card information? That does happen. Some days you are maybe not as wary, right? And maybe you're a little tired and you went ahead and you did this, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to change your password, okay, for your banking account. The second thing, and in fact, it's first or second, it's pretty high priority, right? You're going to need to get a hold of your financial institution. And whatever card, remember in the demo of that fake website, we put in card information. So whatever card company that's from, you need to immediately call that card company and let them know what happened. That way they can cancel that card and get you a new one. All right, there you have it. There's a phishing email. I hope you learned something, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thanks, folks.